So without further ado, I'm going to ask Chef Jeff Henderson, the executive chef at Cafe Bellagio in Las Vegas, Nevada, to please welcome and come on up to the stage. There you go, man.
Clicker. How's everybody today? Can I get everybody to stand up for a minute, to stretch out a little bit? Just stand up for a minute. I'm full of energy. I got to make sure everybody's alive, everybody's woke, everybody's focused. That's me right there back in the days. They used to call me Jeff Hardhead. Gang banging, selling drugs, ditching school, robbing, stealing. There was a point that came in my life where there was youngsters hanging on the street corners where they manufactured dreams. They told me I was somebody when I was a youngster. My mother didn't have the time because she was working 2 jobs. My father left when I was young. I come from a traditional African-American home. That's right. Come from the same community that look like people look just like you guys, walk like you and talk like you. So I had a dream one day that I wanted to help my mother out. I wanted to put better food on the table. I wanted to eat better. I wanted a house with a 2-car garage, with a white picket fence, with a swimming pool. Those are normal things. We all want those things. So when they start manufacturing dreams and new hustles came in the community, I had instant gratification because I never valued education, so I wasn't thinking about college. I'm not proud of none of this. I'm not proud of none of the cars, the money and stuff I made back in the days. I wanted to be cool. I thought I was somebody with that gold on and them diamonds, Jerry curl, suede shoes, $5,000, $6,000 in my pocket cash every day. That wasn't who I was, but it wasn't until later in life when I started to realize the things. There I am again. That's me up in a limousine on the right side at the top in Las Vegas. That's my Mercedes-Benz. That's me and my woman in Las Vegas gambling away money. I wasn't even legal. And I was out there doing it the way I thought that was right. Because I didn't have the influential people in my life telling me, don't do this and don't do that. This is the reason why. What's the payoff for education? I didn't care nothing about education. I was a hustler. I had a PhD in game. I had gift of gab. I had to fix myself when I got out of prison because nobody would give me a job. I'm an ex-con. My rap sheet is longer than my resume. So I had to straighten up the way I walk. I had to pull my pants up. I had to improve my vocabulary. I had to clean shave my face. I had to take makeup foundation and cover up my earring hole. I had to learn to smile. I had to understand the company brand. And I realized years ago from reading and being around influential people that smart people, influential people, CEOs of these big companies, they're no different from you. They was no different from me. The only difference, there's a thin line. They have more information and more knowledge than you do. I had to become a chameleon. And it's not like I wanted to sell out my culture and who I was. Because when I'm not working, I'm still cool. I wear my nice big jeans and got my big shirt on. Every now and then I may put an earring in my ear. But I had to create the 9-to-5 image. Because when you go to work for somebody, you're representing that brand. You're representing that company. When you go work at a hip-hop store in the mall, you dress hip-hop. When you go work for places like the Bellagio and these big food companies and these big corporate 500 companies, you have to fit the part. You have to dress the part, walk the part, talk the part, the whole 9 yards. Your dream will be developed based on your passion and your drive in your career. You got to hustle. You can't be just a lame duck out there. Every time you go in there for that job, you have to sell yourself. Everybody in here is a brand. Everybody has their own brand. So you got to tweak your brand to the company brand. Jerry, tell us a little bit about the branding thing and how that whole... Jerry's a professional at that. That's why he's my homeboy today. My homeboys play golf. My homeboys own companies. They travel the world. They move mountains. That's my homeboy right there. You know why? Because he gives me valuable information, knowledge. Not them fools out there on the street. Not these people we so-called friends and homeboys in the neighborhood. They giving you madness and negative information. Jerry, share with these youngsters a little bit about the branding thing real quick so we can move on.
Brand, brand, brand. We all have a brand. The way you present yourself, how you look, how you talk is your brand. Your family name is a brand. You do a good job of your family name, you make your people proud. You don't do a good job, you put it to the dirt. So you're a brand. And what brand would you be? If you could be a brand, what brand would you be? Mercedes-Benz? Is that a good brand? Rolex? You ever hear of Rolex? That's a good brand? Then the question you got to ask about the brand is, do you back up the brand? If you would be a Mercedes brand, and that's who you are, do you do Mercedes-type work? Have you put the real effort in? Have you learned science and math and all the things you need to be successful to live up to that brand?
Workplace politics, you're going to deal with it. People are not going to like you because you're white, black, brown, Muslim, Jewish, Christian. That's just the world. Unfortunately, that's going to happen. There's going to be people who's going to come against you because you're smarter, you move faster, you're a hustler on the workplace, you're dynamic, you're a quick thinker, you look beautiful, you're heavy, you're small. Doesn't make any difference. Those are the type of people that you have to deal with on a regular basis. So you got to get tough. Can't be weak. The strong only survive. There's not enough jobs out there for everybody, and this is the real. I'm not going to sugarcoat and tell you you're going to go through ProStart, you're going to get out of high school, you're going to go out there and get a job. Everybody just can't work. The only people who work, the people who have the information knowledge, the people who build powerful relationships with people, who open doors for people, people who take in information knowledge, people who are willing to grow, people who hustle. So all this new game I got, the cooking game, the life skills, the corporate 500 game face, the gang criminal lifestyle, I owe that back. Because my generation destroyed a generation of young people. What good is it to me if I hold all the knowledge to myself? Because I don't play around. You know why? Because them streets is for real. Them prisons is for real. Homelessness is for real. Death is for real. Hunger is for real.